a very good morning to you all. I hope you all are doing good and having a great fun at home. My dear students, I know that your summer vacations are going on and you all are enjoying your holidays at home. But मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, थोड़ी सी पढ़ाई भी ज़रूरी होती है. So for that पढ़ाई, I am here, your teacher, Ambreen from class Prep. And I am going to teach you about the subject English. In English, we have a topic long vowels. We were doing long vowels. So, in long vowels, today my focus is on the long vowel E. Previously, we already done have in the lecture of long vowel A that all those words which contain at least two vowels and have a long drawing sound makes a long vowel word. And in those words, we just have to utter the same sound of each letter. We don't have to focus on the phonics. Like in A, we have say it the words like A, G, gate, A, main. So now in E, we are going to focus on E sound. E. Yes. So now again, we have two groups in the long vowel E. E with A and E with E. Both gives the same sound. E. Both gives the same sound. E. Eat seat. Eat seat. Here we don't have to utter the phonic sound or the sound for the letter A because it's coming in the second wave. So जो word second, जो letter second पे आ रहा होता है उसके लिए हमें first सिर्फ first letter की sound को build करना पड़ता है. This is just in the long vowel case. Next we have the word leaf. Leaf. Leaf, leaf. Leaf, leaf. And other we have one more group and that's E. E with E. Let's read the words with me. B-E-B. B-E-B. S-E-C. Wow. But these words are very less in numbers. I have more words for you all. For those all the words, we have to move on to our English reading books. So my dear students, let's move on to our English reading books and read more words for the long vowel E. Let's move on to our English reading book. So my dear students, let's take out your English reading book and read about the long vowel E. The long vowel E makes two main groups, E with A and E with E. But both gives the same sound and that's E. First, we are going to read about the group E with A. Let's read the title. T-E-T. And. T and T-H-E, the. T and the, E-C. T and the C. Now let's read the words. Eat seat. T-E-T. Leaf. Leaf. E-C. Read. Read. All the words contain two vowels, but we just have to take the sound for the first vowel, and that's E. That is why it belongs to the long vowel E group. Now let's read the rhyme with me. I sit on a seat. I sip my tea. I see a leaf. I read by the sea. Now what moral lesson we are getting from it? Reading is fun and calm. Yeah, my dear students, reading is so fun. Like we are reading right now, and it's so fun to read, to make new words, to utter the sound of those words. Yes, my dear students, this was the long vowel E and the group E A. Next, my dear students, we have a long vowel E group with E and E. Makes the again same sound E. Let's read the title. T-H-E the. B-E-B. The B and the and. The B and T-H-E the. The B and the tree tree. The B and the tree. Now let's read the words. S-E-C. B-E-B. Tree. Eat the seed. Eat feed. Can you all see that all the words contain two vowels and all the vowels start with the long vowel E. That is why they belongs to the long vowel E group. Now it's time to read the story. I mean the rhyme. I see a seed. Seed turns into a tree. A bee is on the tree. The bee sits by my feet. Nice. A bee sits by my feet. Wow. Well, what is the moral lesson that we get from this is be kind to small creatures. Yes, my dear students, we have to be kind to the small creatures as well. But you have to wear obviously the protective measures. You have to take the protective measures. Why? Because these small creatures can harm you as well. But don't say them anything. Well, this all was for the long vowel E. But this was just a reading. I have a very amazing activity for you as well. So let's move on to that activity. So now my dear students, this is an activity for the long vowel E. As you can see that we have two groups written over here. And for this activity, I can obviously take help from my English reading book. So you all can take out your English reading book as well. But before writing or before conducting this activity, let's read what the statement says. Make 5 birds with each long vowel E. So we have to write 5 long vowel E words. The words which belongs to the same group. You can take help from your English reading book or you can write it by your own. If you know one, you can go ahead. So my dear little stars, you all can see this is E with A. It makes the sound E. I have so many words written over here. I can select just one word like C and I can write it over here. E. C. Can you all see that I am not uttering the sound, the phonics for the letter A because it joins hands together with the letter E to make one single sound and that's E. C. Now you can make more words by taking help from these words. Next, my dear students, we have a group of long vowel with the letter E. It again makes the same sound, E. So you can again take help from your English reading book. I have seen so many words that belongs to the same group and I can write it over here as well. So, C or B. I'll go with the B. I'll write B over here. B, E, B. Now, my dear students, for the rest of the words, you can take help from your English reading book or you can write by your own as well. if you want to or if you know one. So now, my dear students, it's time to differentiate between the short vowel E sound and the long vowel E sound. Let's figure it out and move on to that activity. So now, my dear students, I have another very amazing activity for you all, which will differentiate between the short vowel E sound and the long vowel E sound. So to conduct this activity, we have to read the statement. Let's read what it says. Read the words and sort them into the relevant columns. My dear students, again, we have so many words written over here and two groups written over here. Short vowel E and the long vowel E. You know that all those words which contain just one single vowel turns or occurs in the group of short vowel. But all those words which have two vowels will occur in the group of long vowels. So let's read out the words and figure it out and sort them out into two groups. And men. Men, one single vowel. Definitely it will fall into the group of short vowel E. Men. Next we have eat seed. Two vowels. It means long vowel E word. E and T. Seed. Next we have wet. One single vowel. So it will definitely falls into the group of short vowel E. Wet. Next we have T and ten. One single vowel. So it will definitely falls into the short vowel E group. Why it occurs in the short vowel E groups? Because it contains the short vowel E. ये short vowel E इसके अंदर आ रहा है, इसीलिए ये E ग्रुप में है. अदरवाइज के A में होते. अगर इसके अंदर E ना आता, अगर A आता तो A में होते, E आता है तो E में होते हैं. Next we have the word B. B, two vowels. It means long vowel word. B. Leaf. Long vowel E word. Leaf. Egg, leg. One vowel. So it will definitely fall into the group of short vowel. Eat seed. Two vowels. Seed. Tree. Tree. Two vowels. Long vowel word. Tree. Last but not the least, we have the word red. Red. One single vowel. So it will definitely occur into the short vowel E group. Red. Wow, we have sorted down all the words from here into the two groups. So now, my dear students, it's your turn to conduct such activity at home. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.